So we're back at the old Triple C. If you're here, you know why you're here. You know who we are. And once again, Chris is back where he should be, right next to me.
That's right.
You're probably wondering who hides behind the mask, or maybe you know why I'm wearing a mask. And the truth is that, well, I look even worse than Wade Wilson does without his mask. So I'll show you what I mean. Ah! See? Worse. We are doing part 2 today of our console war, our console debate, Xbox, Microsoft, PlayStation, picking up where we left off. In the part 1 episode, I believe we had ended on me saying basically that I had to eat my words about never going back to Microsoft again after getting the red ring of death on my 360.
Yeah.
And I was steadfast for a long time that I wasn't going to go back.
I think the red rings really affected a lot of people's decisions on whether they were going to proceed with Microsoft anymore or not.
Yeah, I mean when they tell you it's cheaper to go buy just an entirely new piece of hardware than it would be for them to open yours up and dust it out or whatever. That's not a good sales to me.
Yeah.
That doesn't jive and then wail for me. No part of it. And this was again one of my personal. I just lost the word. Protest. This is my personal protest that I was making for a long time that nobody was seeing except me.
Yeah.
Microsoft doesn't give ass about my money. And so I took all my Xbox stuff, all the hardware, the games, the control, whatever. I took it to GameStop and I was like, I don't want this anymore. Store credit.
Got some good credit off that, didn't you?
I didn't get hardly anything.
You wouldn't have got anything for the console though, would you?
I did not get the small fortune that I was arrogant enough at that time to think I'd walk in there and get a small fortune for what I was getting rid of.
Yeah.
Don't be that guy. Pennies is what you're going to get sometimes. Don't be that guy. And it's even worse, because just drawing a parallel to today, PS5 has been out for 5 years, something like that. 2020, let's say.
Right.
And people still walk into the buy sell trade shops, GameStop, whatever, with PS5 games, thinking they're cashing out.
Yeah.
And like Far Cry 6 PS5 edition is like they're giving you $3 for it over at GameStop.
Yeah.
It's like
How old is that one? A few years now, isn't it?
a few years, 2021.
I was gonna say it's kind of like Hogwarts Legacy. It's not very expensive either.
Hogwarts Legacy was hanging in there for a long time.
Most certainly I agree with you on that. It seems like the price, maybe because they've talked about releasing 2 or it's in production, whatever the case is.
I think it's in production.
Yeah, okay.
I think.
I think that's what I've read as well. I don't know how long it's been in production, but I know that's what they've talked about. So maybe that's the kind of the thing that has made it dwindle in price. But I think traditionally speaking, once they realize they're coming out with a continuation of something, they'll tend to raise the price of the first one.
Every time there's a Spider-Man project getting ready to come out, even as far back as the PS3 titles, all the Spider-Man titles, they will jack the price right back up.
Yeah. It's all about that supply and demand. Everybody starts looking at that name again out of nowhere because the
that
new
brand
title.
association will do a lot of things.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
So, going back again before we completely lose where we were. If you don't realize by now that's our thing, I don't know why you're here, because we will get you there. It just takes a while. So
Stay tuned for part 3.
3 through 10 to be released all the way to 2030.
Just make this a series.
Oh yeah, just recurring trends and themes. We'll eventually do our catch-up episode where we circle back and hit all those
Get
things
all
where
the-
it's like, I don't want to go down this rabbit hole right now. Bear with me.
We'll have a rabbit hole day. That's what we'll call that one.
Yeah. Rabbit hole. Look for it. So, I got rid of all of my Xbox stuff, and I might be conflating the two stories in my head, because I believe I did it, let's say back in 2011,
Okay.
when Batman Arkham City was getting ready to come out, and I thought, well, since I am no longer an Xbox guy and this game is coming out that I am really on a tear for, I'm going to take all this Xbox crap in and get store credit built up so that when that comes out,
Ready to go.
I'm ready, set, go.
Right.
I'm Miley Cyrus on his bitch. That was ready, set, don't go. Anyway.
Right.
So, anyway, I got rid of all my Xbox stuff. Soup to nuts.
Okay.
Because I don't want that garbage in my house if they're not even going to
Back it.
back it.
Yeah.
And for many years I was steadfast. I did not give Microsoft a line. I didn't give them nothing. I didn't care if we were on Halo or if we were on Gears of War. I was holding my protest.
Fair.
And then you guys over there at Remedy, you hosed me, okay? You screwed me because you made Quantum Break. And my buddy John, my very good buddy John, he sent me the trailer for that when they announced it, and he's like, dude, it's like Max Payne, but with actual superpowers rather than just a gameplay mechanic.
Okay.
Like, bullet time was just a flashy mechanic that didn't exist because Max Payne secretly had the ability to slow down time.
Right.
In Quantum Break, like the main, I can't even tell you what the main character's name is. He actually has time manipulation abilities,
Okay.
and he's like, it looks really good. Like, it same guys, you know, Sam Lake and Remedy, and it looks good.
Was it good?
That's another one of those games for me.
Okay.
I think we discussed this about a week or so ago. I played the prologue mission, and then like the game just does this whole you know, like you finish that and there's this disclaimer screen where it's like, okay, now your choices have actual consequences, and the game will like divert in ways, like your path will
Alter based on what you do.
Yeah. And I,
okay.
you know, and all of a sudden my brain exploded, and I was like, this is too much to process. I'm overstimulated. I got to set this down because I don't know what's the right choice. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. So I put that on, and that's been a while ago. Like, I have not picked up the game since. But, folks, I finished Alan Wake. Okay. We rushed Alan Wake, and I will admit that I played Alan Wake to get it completed, and I think one of the problems I had doing that is I was basically just trying to knock it out for core Alan Wake. The Signal and the Rider, whatever the 2 expansion missions are, I didn't play those.
Oh, okay.
I just did core Alan Wake.
What was that, like 6 episodes?
6 episodes, yeah. And I was getting it done for completion purposes, like I wanted to get it crossed off the list.
Right.
Which may not have been the best.
Probably my fault.
Yeah, he was pressing me. He kept calling me a bitch.
I did not.
You did with your heart.
Love you, buddy.
I felt it. Every time I don't get a game played that sits in my library for years, I just feel your heart make fun of me for it.
Kind of like Quantum Break.
Quantum Break fits that bill too.
Next game night.
Oh, I have to start that up again, but I might hand the controller to you after we get the prologue. I can't do it. You're taking over. I'm gonna let your choices
affect
the game, not mine. But we really like did a lot, and Act 3 is something like 2 hours long to get through it.
I didn't think it was
in
gonna
Alan
end.
Wake.
Like it seemed like that took up most of the night.
Yeah, it took up a giant chunk.
Yeah.
And the thing about Alan Wake, let's recap for just a second so I make sure I don't leave any loose threads out there.
Okay.
I had to eat my words and come back to Xbox over Quantum Break.
Yeah.
And ever since then, it's been like, all right, well, Xbox has, made good games again, and it seemed like they were back in the Xbox One a lot better than they did the 360. Like they had finally nailed a lot of that those production issues. Like there wasn't a red ring anymore.
Yeah.
And what's funny about the Red Ring of Death, and I got a tangent here, so don't let me get away and then not come back again.
You're asking the wrong person.
Your job is to keep me honest and keep me focused. But I got to tell you this story. This girl that I texted back and forth with for a couple of days. I knew her. I knew her through somebody else, and he's like, hey, if you want me to give her your number, you guys can start texting. So we texted for a couple of days, and I thought she's a big gamer too, so this ought to be easy.
Yeah.
And anyway, I asked her what she played on. She asked me what I played on. I was like, well, I had a 360, but I got rid of it, and it took me years to get back to Xbox, and I got an Xbox One. Why did you get rid of your 360? Oh, because I got the Red Ring of Death. And she didn't know what it was. And she didn't know what it was. And she got annoyed almost that I was like, I don't know how to explain it to you. It was like a common problem for Xbox 360s that they'd crash. And you'd get this Red Ring of Death on your, the power circle or whatever, whatever you want to call it. And she kind of, and I will give her this credit because she is actually the one who gave me the idea to get external hard drives for my consoles so that I wouldn't have to keep uninstalling and reinstalling things. So Ashley, thank you for that. You saved me a lot of heartache. But she also got mad at me because it seemed like she stopped talking to me.
Right.
Because I was like, I don't know how to explain it to you. It's just, it was a common issue with Xbox 360s. I mean, yeah. I'm glad you haven't had to fuck with that, but
yeah,
I did. And the conversation didn't last very long, but that's that whole tangent. So anyway, just get back to our recap. So Xbox finally dialed it in their hardware, and one of the things that I really got sold on was that their backwards compatibility library was wild.
Yeah.
And PlayStation kind of did things like that. They do it in blocks and in spurts.
Yeah.
And like from the PS5 backwards to the PS4, they nailed it.
Yeah.
But like I would have liked to seen them take that further and do like and I've said it before, all the way back to PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
But they do that partially. They do that with the PlayStation Plus. Because like if you do PlayStation Plus, you can go backwards in time even further on current consoles.
Okay.
Like if you have your PS5 and you have PlayStation Plus, you can go backwards in time to PS3, 2, 1, I think. Correct me where I'm wrong. Hit the comments. We need the comments. We need the views. We need you to actually watch the whole videos. I know they're long. We're going to make them shorter so they're easier to digest. Hit the comments, hit the likes, all that good stuff. But, you can go back in time as long as you have the PlayStation Plus stuff. I will not abide a paywall.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it. I will go find the console and I will just play it on the console.
Pay the one-time fee and be done with it.
Yeah, I'm not doing a paywall.
Absolutely.
That's why Call of Duty's Black Ops 7 is a nightmare. There's a paywall. You only get the best experience if you have PlayStation Plus or if you have Game Pass. To do the campaign, which they made co-op for no reason. And now, according to the last report I read, they are not doing... Like, Call of Duty will release a game every year, but they're not doing brands, sequential... Like, they're not doing Black Ops 6, Black Ops 7, Black Ops 8 anymore.
Yeah, I just read that this morning.
It's going to be, it was
back and forth.
So then next year is going to be...
Modern Warfare. Or whatever they decide to go into, yeah.
I'll tell you what I'd like to see. I would like to see them... cross over the Black Ops characters with the Modern Warfare characters. I'd have liked to have seen Black Ops 7 be something completely different anyway.
I mean, it is, isn't it?
I'm not impressed with the story. I'm not impressed with the visuals. I'm not impressed with the co-op campaign. I'm not impressed with there being a paywall.
Yeah.
I would rather just see them burn Black Ops 7 down and be like, okay, we're going to make a Black Ops 7 2.
Right.
Or a Black Ops 7B.
Meanwhile, this is getting some astonishing ratings from very well-known players and streamers and stuff, talking about how it's one of the greatest Call of Duties they've come out with.
Well, that should say something about where the industry is, and maybe it's a bunch of bots out there that Call of Duty has created to kind of fluff their own, and people accuse Zack Snyder of doing the same thing actually. Like
it's not an uncommon thing anymore.
That his fans were just creating endless bots to bot accounts to fluff his...
Make everything look good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get it the outreach it needs, if you will.
Oh yeah, I will throw a shout out here because the Game Awards were yesterday or the day before.
Yeah.
And so there were a lot of, at least 3 that I know of. They released a new Resident Evil Requiem trailer. And Tomb Raider is getting ready to put out 2 new games, one in 26 and one in 27.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for all 3 of those. I don't know what else came out. I think First Flight, the 007 game, the new one,
okay.
First Light, that put out a new trailer too. But I will say that Expedition 33 killed it at the awards. That game got 9 awards.
Broke the record for the most awards in a single year.
And while I'm not, and Skylar and I were talking about this the other day, while I'm not necessarily a big fan of the gameplay mechanics in those kinds of games, like the artistic style is next level.
Yeah.
It is.
Storyline's captivating.
Oh yeah, that is a game that I would rather sit and watch somebody play.
Yeah.
And enjoy it cinematically.
Right.
Than try to play it myself, because I can't do, it's all about countering your enemies and staggering them and then pulling off these wild hair in your ass combos and power plays that I'm not wired for that kind of gameplay.
Fair.
So I would love to sit down and watch somebody play those games.
Do you think you'll ever make it part of your collection just because of how well it did?
I might have to like get on YouTube. I might have to get on YouTube and like watch a walkthrough.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to own it just because it was popular and just because it killed at the awards. I want to own it because it appeals to me
Yeah.
somehow.
Right.
But I looked at it and I was like, well, that seems kind of interesting. Like it seems like a very visually stunning game. It does seem wild,
Yeah.
and so I'm curious what is there. But the game, if everything was all hack and slash like Devil May Cry or Bayonetta, then like this would be full. There would be another one here, and then just line the walls around this room, and but the hack and slash thing doesn't appeal to the people that like the gameplay in Souls-like games or heavy RPG games where it's more of a focus on like nuanced combat.
Yeah.
Me, just give me a sword and let me whack at stuff. Just make cover-based shooters like Army of Two or Gears of War.
Yeah.
Make FPS games that are combo games like the BioShock series, which is guns and powers.
Okay.
And Dishonored did that. Dishonored did that a little bit. Like it had that blend,
Yeah.
but
Stealth and attack, or
yeah,
if you will. Yeah.
stealth and strategy shooters, where it's like, okay, you can. Skylar said that he basically cleaned 100% of the game. It's an achievement you can get where you go through the game without physically touching another person at all somehow. Yeah. You don't kill anybody, you don't alert anybody, you don't even disarm or knock anybody out. You've got to perfect your strategy.
That is insane.
To pull something like that off.
I played the first 2 missions of the second one, and I'm going to tell you, it gives you your stats at the end as far as how stealthy, how many people you just went into combat with and stuff like that. And my little chart was all straight towards combat because I had to kill every person on each mission because there was no chance I was sneaking around. And obviously there's a method, but I couldn't process it. Like
that's another one of those games where your actions affect the world around you, and depending on how many people you kill, everybody in the town that Dishonored takes place in, like they will respond to that. Like a morality system maybe, or a reputation system.
Well, because you're like the princess
in the second game,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, so.
But in the first, well, you technically can choose between them. But in the first game, you're her bodyguard.
Oh, okay.
And then in the second game, you can play as either that same character or you can play as the princess herself.
Okay.
And so I like the idea of that of a morality system, and that's one of the things that excites me about Hogwarts 2.
I was just about to ask
is
about
that they, at least early rumblings I hear from the people that I get my information from, they're like, well, the way I hear, and who knows who they heard it from.
Right.
But, that the idea that in Hogwarts Legacy 2, there's like a morality, because you have the unforgivable curses from Harry Potter, right?
Okay.
But if you use them, like all the people in the hamlets and, Hogsmeade or whatever the map is in Hogwarts 2, they will respond accordingly. Like if you just start killing every third NPC on the map, people are going to run from you. They're going to try to arrest you. There's some kind of morality system at play.
Okay.
And I like that idea, actually, that your actions might have negative consequences depending on your play style.
Yeah.
But I also believe there's a meter there where it's like, okay, I enjoy it to here, and then everything after that is overstimulating and it's confusing and it's getting in the way of my ability to play the game basically without consequences.
Yeah.
It's like I want consequences, but I don't want them to be so extreme that it hampers my sense of fun.
Yeah. Fallout's kind of the same way. You know, you got a morale system, and based on how well you do, certain factions will associate with you more or less, and
Yeah.
become hostile immediately if they run into you. And so,
I guess the Red Dead games are like that.
really,
Yeah.
before we get too far from it, I've also heard that Hogwarts Legacy 2 is supposed to be basically like New Game Plus, if you will. However, you ended the first game and whatever's, whatever. I don't know
Whatever
what.
stat you had.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what stats they're going to play off of, but that will affect how the second one starts and pans out for you.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I mean,
like that would be some wild innovation.
I've yet to play it. I watched you play it. I think one game night you sat and played it most of the night, which I really enjoyed watching you play it. I thought it looked like a fun game.
Oh yeah.
I bought it. I got a deal on it a while back. It's for the PS5. Bryson's had stick drift on this controller for a long time, and
That game that seems exciting and amazing, and you buy it, and then it just kind of sits there until you get that perfect.
it's $10. I couldn't pass up a deal. It's like that sometimes, right?
The deals hypnotize you. They really do. They
Now listen, before we get too far, back to the console wars.
yeah
We found ourselves talking about the games now, so
yeah.
you're upset at Remedy because they've put you in a position to now have to purchase the Xbox. Obviously, you have both now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's been true for a while. I like when I think it was around 2015. I had because Remedy put out Quantum Break, and I had to go back for Quantum Break.
Yeah.
And I've had both for a while. But what were you?
Was there any other games that really appealed to you to take you back to Xbox, or was it just Quantum Break that really grabbed you and drew you back into it?
I suppose that because they've kept making Halo games, and they've kept making Gears of War games, and I don't know about Halo, but at least Gears of War they've been worth going back for.
Yeah.
Because Gears 4 came out for the Xbox One, and Gears 5 was on the bubble between the Xbox One and the Series X.
Okay.
I played the first 4 Halo games. 5 I started, but I did not enjoy going from mature to teen rating. Like they watered it down a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, you've set a standard here already. This many games in,
Yeah.
you can't.
Don't
divulge
go back
back.
on
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Don't go back on me.
We're not gonna do that.
I don't like that.
So will you play the one they're putting out on I believe it's a remaster. I can't remember which one it is now, but they're talking about putting it out for PS5 as well.
Well, I don't know what their release schedule looks like, and it seems like it's mostly hearsay right now. But they
Okay.
were going to release the first 3 Halo games based on the markup I saw. I mean, obviously they're not going to get one out in 2025, but maybe the release schedule would have looked like 26, 27, 28.
Oh, they're going to do them individually? You're speculating that
I'm
they would.
speculating.
Okay.
I
Fair.
would love to see them do the entire first 3 games in one shot.
Well, I mean, at this point, just do the Master Chief Collection and just convert it to PlayStation accessible. I mean, you've offered over half the games that the
Yeah.
series offers, so
I would pay the money for those.
yeah.
Like I would pay the money for the first 4 games remastered to PlayStation.
Okay.
But 5 I played like 10 minutes of, and I'm not crazy about that teen rating, because why did you go there?
Yeah.
You weren't afraid to mature the first 4 games. They're highly successful.
Yeah.
Successful enough. You had a fan base. You knew what to do to keep them, and then you said,
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to do something like that, then just do like half the other games do, where they offer at the beginning of the game, do you want this to be extremely graphic, or would you like to avoid these situations?
yeah, like the Call of Duty games, they will offer modified content depending on how, I don't want to say sensitive,
Yeah.
delicate.
Yeah, I get what you mean, though.
like the Modern Warfare 2, where it's the first example I saw
Oh, I know exactly what scene you're about to go
where
with.
you can go through the airport, and that's
Yeah.
all I'm going to say. You can omit that entire mission. They do it again in Modern Warfare 3, where there's a scene where you're a mother and her husband and their child on vacation in Paris.
You're the husband recording the video, aren't you?
I think I want to say you're the mother, but I can't remember. You're one of the parents.
Okay.
And they're holding a camera, and you're like, "Hey, we're on vacation in Paris," and then all of a sudden, all hell breaks loose.
That box truck. Vicious sight.
And that was the first example, other than like just a clerical, menu option where it's like, okay, you can edit out the blood.
Right.
Other than that, like that's Modern Warfare 2 was the first example I've seen where you could like specifically choose to omit upsetting material from the game.
Right.
Now it doesn't prompt you every time. I mean, it's really just that one segment in each
right after
case.
the beginning, isn't it? That it prompts you with that as soon as you get done with the. I'm trying to think of what it's called. The practice zone. Can't think of what that's called.
You get one
Training.
more mission in, because you do the training mission, then you do a mission as Private Allen, and then you do a mission as Roach.
Okay.
Because you have to get the ACS module, and then after that mission is the airport mission.
Okay.
I believe. And I don't know that I knew what it was. I think but for some reason the first time I played through the game, I feel like I chose not to, like I made a conscious decision not to play that.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I knew at the time what I was choosing not to play.
Yeah.
For whatever reason. I was like, I think maybe I might have heard news about it, because it was generating some attention.
I could imagine. That's a highly debatable moment in a video game,
Yeah.
especially for you to be in control of that side of it, if you will.
Shit.
I raw dogged that one at 17, 16.
There's violence that I can violence. Does it make it better to call it action rather than violence? Does it make it somehow more morally ingestible if you say that it's action rather than violence? Do you think that that's
I think it's just a matter of opinion. Because some are going to call it action, and some are most certainly just going to only classify it as violence.
All right, well, let's just say that we qualify it broad terms as violence.
Okay.
There is violence that I can ingest, and I can do it without feeling something in my belly about it.
Yeah.
Like, I can watch John Wick movies all day long. Probably because they're now calling John Wick a hero is
Might be a stretch.
maybe a stretch, but he is. I will say that of all the morally ambiguous characters, I line up behind John Wick because at least in this is mostly in the first movie. Like there's a scene, he goes to a club that's full of people of all types and varieties, and several times he has the opportunity to shoot the guy that he spends the movie trying to kill, but that guy is always basically pulling people in front of him, pulling bystanders in front of him so that John Wick won't shoot him.
Yeah.
Or John Wick won't try to kill him, and John Wick is never just in such so rage baited that he's willing to shoot through non-combatants
Yeah.
to hit his target. Like he is driven enough and focused enough. He has tunnel vision enough that he's like, oh, I'm gonna get you, but I'm not gonna just you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna mow down innocent people to achieve my goal.
Right.
and I can line up behind him there. Like, yeah, it's an underworld guy. He's killing other underworld guys. He's working for a mob faction. Whatever. He makes conscious decisions not to hurt non-combatants or innocent people.
Yeah.
Like there's even a scene where before he even goes into this club, he comes up behind the bouncer and puts his gun in the back of his head, and he's like, "Mr. Vic," and whatever the character's name is, he's like, "Should I take the night off?" "Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea. Thank you, Mr. Vic." Whatever their exchange actually is, it is something in that flavor, and it's like, this is why I like John Wick.
Yeah. I still need to watch those movies.
Oh man,
That's actually that series is at the top of my list of what I would like to watch next because it's so. I've heard nothing but good reviews about it.
It's a great series for the most part. Like there's just little things here and there, and John Wick, it's like almost 3 hours long. Like it is a serious investment.
Yeah.
And I watched the spinoff Ballerina too, and I mean I enjoyed it, but it's just like, okay, yeah, you're really kind of relying on this just being part of John Wick's world.
Yeah.
But back to what I was saying, there's violence that I can get behind, and then there's violence where it makes me squeamish, where I'm like, I don't want to see this. I don't want to absorb this and have to process this.
So you're not a fan of Saw?
I will say this about the Saw franchise. The first two movies I enjoyed.
First one was, oh my god, that ending.
The first two movies I enjoyed. Everything after that, from 3 all the way up to Saw the Final Chapter, but not, I was basically going just to see what the twist was.
Yeah.
And when it came to the trap scenes, which the movies just evolved into torture porn.
Yeah.
It's just gore for the sake of gore, and I'd be doing one of these.
Yeah.
Until characters started moving again, until the plot started advancing again. But every trap scene, I was doing one of these.
Yeah.
Although I will say Jigsaw, Saw 8 for the uninformed, Jigsaw, where, every movie had a new set of characters to mess with outside of Jigsaw himself, but Jigsaw I actually enjoyed because it seemed like it was going back to what the first one was, where it was less focused on just being torture porn and gore. Like it was more geared towards suspense and kind of building a mystery.
Yeah, the mind manipulation
Yeah.
type thing. Yeah.
Where it's like, okay, I'm not just watching the brutality, I'm also watching an intriguing mystery.
Yeah.
And that was important to me because no, I don't just want to watch violence. Like there's got to be some hero to root for, something to engage with.
Yeah. I need the constructive storyline to work with here.
Yeah, it really. But and we've done it again, and we're gonna run short on time here soon. But you asked what brought me back to Xbox.
Yeah.
Beyond Quantum Break, and anymore there are not really long-lasting console exclusive brands.
Yeah.
Like it's just not really a thing because like the Uncharted games are on PC now.
Oh, you think PC?
And so are the Spider-Man games from Insomniac.
You think Steam has a lot to do with that, since they've made everything as versatile as possible through PC?
I think PC is reminding people that they will not be eliminated from the gaming community.
Yeah.
They're not. I'm not going to be ignored, Dan. It's a whole Fatal Attraction thing.
Yeah.
That is that reference. Just
What you said, I thought, but I haven't seen that.
well, I've rather than leave you hanging with that eventual. Is that a reference to something? I would just give you the reference.
He knows I don't get about a quarter of his references because I haven't seen any of the movies.
If I look here, console exclusives that brought me back that are just on Xbox, it really was Quantum Break, and Gears of War has continued to put things out. Halo, I've
Fell off.
I've lost that juice.
Yeah.
But most other things are simultaneously on both platforms.
Yeah.
And I got a lot of things on Xbox simply because Xbox allows you to make more space.
Yeah.
Like I can
Oh, with the expansion card in the back.
yeah, with the expansion card in the back, I can double stack hard drives on, figuratively double stack hard drives to make space for the Xbox.
Yeah.
With PlayStation, you can only plug in one at a time.
Yeah.
And you have whatever space that hard drive is. And, they gave you the opportunity to put in an SSD card actually in the tower. So there's like 3 different spaces that you can use. But with Xbox, like, as long as there's a USB, you can just keep stacking hard drives on top of each other until you got something like 40 terabytes worth of room.
You're working up that much space.
Figuratively speaking, I don't know technically how much you could do, but at least 2, maybe even 3 external hard drives stacked on top of each other worth of space.
Well, I know the ones that you have, which is the same ones I have, are they say on the packaging that it's designed for Xbox and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I have to speculate. Couldn't you just use any hard drive as long as you format it for Xbox?
I don't know. I'd be curious to find out.
Because then at that point, any amount of space is your limit. I mean, we're up there in how much you can store on a hard drive now.
The brand, I don't know what's out there to make use of.
Yeah.
I know the brand that I trusted first, and I guess until I have a reason not to, it's just what I'm gonna stay with.
Yeah. Till you turn your console on one day and all of a sudden half your games are missing because that one hard drive just took a poo. We won't think about that. Change the topic.
That's not gonna be a good rabbit hole for me. That's just gonna make me sad. I don't want to put that one in our rabbit hole episode.
That's fair. So what about Nintendo? Where is it? I mean, I see a few 64 games.
I know
you got the classic, so
I am actually waiting for my buddy Tim, pay attention. My buddy Tim at work keeps telling me about the 2 updated N64 consoles that they're basically pimping out right now. One of them's the M64 and the other one's called the starts with an A, Analog.
okay.
And depending on which, and I looked up what the difference was between the 2 of them. One of them is actually an emulator, and one of them actually tries to recreate the Nintendo 64's hardware setup.
Okay.
With today's technological material.
Gotcha.
And I don't know what that translates to as far as will I be able to the only question I need answered is, will I be able to play my games on it, and are they going to play well?
Right.
That is the only question I need you to answer. Quit giving me all the technicals.
Yeah.
Just answer that question. And I don't know why that's hard, because guys on the other side, they're the technical mind. They're like, oh, well, it does this, it does that, it has this computing power, it does this, it does this, it does. Does it play it or not? Will it play these cartridges right here? These are 20 odd years old. Is all I have to do is stick them in the damn console? That is the only question I want to answer.
Yeah.
and the guys that are they're the tech, they can't just say yes no. They gotta run you through the specs, and I'm not wired for that level of patience. And so I believe that's going to be our time. We're going to have to consider this part 2 to part 3.
Till next time.
Till next time.